Hello there, thank you for joining us once again. My name is Matt with the National Tile Contractors Association. The NTCA is talking about safety, and there's a lot of different aspects to safety when it comes to working within the tile industry. I'm talking about something called engineered control devices. And these are all tools that are used to help reduce that exposure to silica, and there's a couple different ways that these tools work. Most of them using either a vacuum, a HEPA vacuum, or water. And so we're gonna play with some of those tools here in just a minute. Well, if we were to make one of these cuts with the straight cutter right here, sometimes, now this is pretty clean, but Mark, this is an awful sharp edge right here.
We gotta spiff that up a little bit,
Spiff
Matt.
that up, and so I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay, wow.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So we've got all these different grits of sanding blocks here, and these are diamond encrusted sanding blocks, and I've got 4 of them here. I've got 60, I have 120, I have 200, and I have 400. So essentially we could polish an edge or polish even a stone using these blocks, but we don't want to do that, Mark, without getting some water involved. Now, what makes this a little bit tough is that we can't, I'll take that from you. What we have to do is be careful that we're not, again, you're standing right over that block. We want to make sure that that sanding block stays wet.
Okay, thanks. Am I using this correctly?
You are. I like the way you're using it. Now, something I see a lot of tile guys do is they don't come off the tile like Mark's doing. They'll take and they just rub back and forth and back and forth. Now, it works just to keep it touching the tile like that, but what you're going to do is rub a groove in the back of that sanding block, and you're gonna use up the diamonds in that one place. You're gonna wear away the diamond plate that's on the back of those. And so exactly what Mark's doing is the most efficient way, and that sanding block will also last the longest in the way that he's doing that. I'm gonna come over here, back to this drill real quick. We've got this as an option. This works great for drilling into concrete, but maybe we got just a diamond bit, and we talked about diamond bits just a couple minutes ago. But if we're gonna drill a hole in a piece of porcelain or stone or ceramic, whatever it is, again, that's going to release that silica dust and it's gonna become airborne. So I've got a couple different devices here to show you. One is just these water rings, and they're suction water rings. And so if you've got a piece of tile, you can just stick it right there and it's gonna stay. Everything's a little dusty right now. We'll see if it'll stay. So now we can fill that up with water, and I can drill a hole right there. And because it's filled with water, we're turning it into a little bathtub. And that water is gonna, one, it's gonna keep the diamonds cool. It's not gonna heat stuff up. That friction of that core bit spinning in that porcelain as it goes round and round, that's a lot of friction. Everything's gonna heat up, so that water helps keep everything cool, helping us guarantee that we're gonna get a good, clean cut. Here's another option. We could use this device. Go ahead and turn that on for a second there, Mark. This has suction on the bottom of it. And so it, one, sticks to the tile, but then on the inside, you can see on the back, it's got little slots too, and that's to suck the dust from there. So I can drill on the wall, I can drill on the floor, I could drill here, come in and work another side out, but great tool to collect the dust. And again, we're using that HEPA vacuum to help us do this. Mark, I passed you those devices over there, those yellow blocks. Can you tell us what those are?
Well, these are GFIs, Matt. Why do you have to add this goofy little thing on the end of all this other stuff that you got going on?
Well, do I need it for all this stuff?
Well, is it an electrical device?
It's an electrical device.
Does it use any water with
Well,
that
some
device?
of these do, but some of them don't. This one doesn't need any water, but those down by your feet, all those are wet.
These are all wet down here.
Okay.
Okay. So When we get water in an electrical outlet, water is a great conductor of electricity. And the electronics in here sense a fault, a circuit fault, a short, and they'll pop this little breaker, shut the tool off before it goes into our arms and shocks us. How'd I explain that, Matt?
You did pretty good.
Thanks.
I found that out the hard way grouting a backsplash a while back.
Ouch.
So one of the main takeaways that I want you to have for this session is, one, you got options, and two, there's a tool designed for whatever the task is that you're trying to do. And when I use the word task, that's how OSHA describes all the different jobs that we do. So whether it's drilling, it's cutting, it's grinding,